All right, so we're going to run through, at least for your virtual kids, the major cities in the United States and their importances. Okay, now this map shows you several different big cities. We're only going to talk about five. All right, so the first one, okay, New York City, which is by far the biggest city in the United States, not even a question. All right, the importance here is one, okay, this is where you see a lot of business in the United States conducted, especially at the high end corporate levels. All right. You also have the stock market here, which operates on Wall Street. All right. So it's very important to the United States economy in terms of New York City doing well. All right. You have the five boroughs. You have Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and the Staten Island. Sorry, you can't see that on number five. I'm blocking it. But that says Staten Island. We're going to go ahead and move this baby up here. All right. Um, so that is what you know in terms of importances. Okay. Wall Street, Center for Business and Economy. That is New York City. All right. Washington, D.C. All right. Obviously, this is where the president lives, but this is where the major decisions for our government are decided, whether that be on the president's level or with Congress on the legislative side. All right. Congress meets here in Washington, D.C., both Senate and House of Representatives. So major political decisions are made here. All right, the note down there at the bottom where it says city is not in a state has their own electoral votes. So actually, Washington, D.C. does not sit within a state. It's actually on the border between Maryland and Virginia. So they're actually kind of their own territory, as we're going to kind of call it. And they actually have their own electoral votes, which they can put then towards voting for the president. Okay, so remember, Electoral College elects the president. Okay, Washington, D.C. actually gets their own votes to put towards what candidate they want to become president. Chicago, all right, not far from us, about 2-3 hours north. All right, but 2.7 million people, decent sized city. All right. They are known for their TransUnited travel because they do have three airports within the city. They do have a lot of air traffic that comes within the city. All right. So people traveling across the United States, let's say from like New York City to Los Angeles in California. All right. Most times you're going to have a layover. So the plane is going to have to land. And a lot of times it is in Chicago. All right. And then they will get on another plane and then finish their trip all the way to Los Angeles. Okay. So Chicago is a good spot because it does sit in the Midwest for planes to come in, refuel, or fix any problems they may be having, and then take off towards their actual destination. Okay. We call this TransUnited travel. Okay. Next one, Los Angeles with 4 million people, one of the larger cities in the United States, but still only half the size of New York City. All right. They are obviously important for the entertainment industry, okay, with movies, TV shows. All right. Very, very important in terms of providing those things for the people of the United States. Okay. There are two hubs for film in the world. Okay. One is Los Angeles because it has Hollywood, and the other one is Bollywood. Bollywood is located in India, all right, and is a massive producer of film as well. All right, those are the two main hubs that we know of in the world. Okay, we just don't, as Americans, see Bollywood films because they're foreign films; they're not in English. So Americans usually don't watch those types of things. But those are the two major hubs. We have Hollywood in Los Angeles, and then we have Bollywood in India. Okay. Um, so again, Los Angeles Center for Entertainment. Last one here, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Atlanta is vital in terms of distributing goods throughout the eastern part of the United States because it has so many railways. Okay, they have the ports on the eastern side of the state. Okay, that connect them to the ocean. All right, and then they can be shipped inland by rail. Okay, your major, more heavier equipment. Okay, as well as coal, whatever it may be. If it's not transported by airplane, it's got to be transported by rail if it's going to go inland. Okay, boats can only do so much. All right, so the railway industry, with all the different connections that Atlanta has, is very important in terms of distributing goods throughout the United States.